Are you listening now?
My name is Gemma Walker and I am a co-founder and the commercial director of She's Electric. Oh, my unstoppable story. It's quite fraught. I have been working in marketing ever since I graduated from university. I'm not going to tell you when that was, but I have always worked in sort of cars. I actually also worked in petrol for a while. Please don't tell anyone. It was a long time ago. And so I've always had a bit of an interest in cars and automotive, but I've also been quite interested in gender equality and female empowerment. And when I started working at, I was very fortunate to start working at a marketing agency that focused very heavily on doing some good for the world, whether it was with charity or clean energy or the future mobility. And so there was this wonderful melting pot of amazing women having brilliant conversations and trying to do a good thing. And that was when we kind of came up with the idea of She's Electric. And that was about a year ago. And since then, we have been unstoppable in getting it up and running. It's been really challenging, but it's been really rewarding, super fun. And when we saw that it worked, we were all very happy with ourselves about that. I mean, it's difficult when you come to challenges, right? Because you have personal ones and you have professional ones too. My personal challenges are very much that I'm just completely oversubscribed in life. I have 3 children, 3 girls, all under 9. One of them has special educational needs. She is a bit of a handful. And I have a husband who is a cancer surgeon, which means that his job always trumps my job. It's very difficult to whinge at someone about being home on time or picking up the kids when they're doing pretty important life-saving work at the office. Professionally, I think for me, I'm obsessed with brand. I love all things brand, and as I've gone through my career, I focus really heavily on making sure that you're saying the right thing and representing yourself in the right way and appealing to the right audience, and just coming up with stuff that's really compelling and relevant. And so sometimes I can find myself skipping away down a beautiful kind of brand pathway when actually what I need to be doing as a commercial director is focusing on sales and speaking to sponsors and getting all those kind of contracts signed, which is absolutely not my happy place, but I do it anyway because I recognise that that's what we need to do to get the business running. What drives my passion is really how much I love what I do, which sounds a bit generic, but I think when you don't mind Monday mornings because you love what your brain gets to do in the week, it's a joy, really. I mean, obviously there are moments where it sucks. Every job is not perfect, otherwise you wouldn't get paid to do it. But equally, I think I was thinking about this the other day, and if I won the Euro Millions next week, there's no way that I would be able to just stop. Like, that's not who I am. That's not what I do. And I just really, really love communicating with people and engaging with people. And if I can do it on a topic that is actually going to make a difference and make an impact, and that, I mean, what could be better than that, really? There isn't anything better than that. That gives me joy, really. What keeps me unstoppable? Salt and vinegar crisps, and what else keeps me unstoppable? A good binge on Bridgerton and sleep. And if I can just get those things in the mix with the rest of my life, then generally I'm okay. I did see this question actually yesterday, and it was the one that got me thinking the most, because my immediate answer is a bit annoying, and I apologise, but it's just women. Women inspire me. I love women, which sounds a bit weird and it's not creepy, but I'm very fortunate that throughout my whole career, if you want to call it a career, sort of lurching from one job to the next, I've had the most incredible female mentors throughout the way. And I think even in my personal life, every person that inspires me, every person that I aspire to be like, is a woman. And I love my husband very much, and obviously he does a great job, and he's my best friend. But I think when it comes to the people that really keep me going and push me forward and inspire me to get stuff done, it's always been women, really. And I think a lot of the women in this campaign that we've spoken to, a couple of them are people that have mentored me, as well as sort of other people in the space. And I'm just so proud to know them, because they're just incredible powerhouses and that are all doing incredible things in different places. And that is what inspires me, really, to be honest. Oh, there's so many things. So many things. I think it depends how big you want to go with it, right? Because like on a professional level, I think that, you know, obviously reaching net zero is wildly important, and that is a huge amount of what She's Electric is about. But gender equality is also wildly important. And then for me, very personally, you know, revolutionising the education system from a special educational needs perspective is wildly important. So, I mean, I constantly think about all this stuff. And I think that's something that, you know, a lot of the people I know, particularly the women I know, like in your brains are constantly going all the time. They're full, they're buzzing of all the things going through your to-do list, worrying about X, Y, Z. And for me, those are the sort of three big things, I suppose. I couldn't really necessarily choose one, I suppose. But if I could wave a magic wand, those would be the ones that I would choose to be unstoppable. I'd like the rain to stop so I can get in the garden. And more seriously, I suppose I'm just really keen to make She's Electric work in the short and the long term. So we've got some really exciting plans for 2024 and some really exciting plans for where it can go after 2024. Bigger, better, more exciting. But yeah, so my focus is very much on, obviously She's Electric is a brand new business. And we're only 6 months old at the moment. We've already had a massive impact, and we just want to have a bigger impact over a longer period of time. And that is what I'm trying very hard to do behind my little screen here in my little office on the south coast of England, where it's very wet and rainy. I think one of the most unstoppable women I know is actually an old colleague of mine called Sadia Siddiqui, who has founded an agency called Language Matters, and her mantra is to ensure that we're all using the right language in a society that has historically used language that is no longer appropriate and was never appropriate in the first place, and she's trying her very best to fix that, and I think she's doing the most incredible job. She's been going for a few years, her socials have grown, her blog is amazing, she's just making massive inroads, and I'm just wildly proud of the work that she's doing because it's so important and she's so impactful. So she would be my unstoppable nomination, really, as another woman out there doing incredible things.
Are you listening now?